Hi, YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere. It's SparkWithGeorgeTune.com. I'm back with another Monday Morning Mailbag. Get yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, relax. Let's talk a little wet shaving and a few other things. What do you got this morning? I got a budget-friendly coffee this morning. Anyone can get this coffee. You can find it at your local Aldi. Hang on 1 minute. Let me get a sip. Yeah, that's really good. That is a really flavorful cup of coffee, and it comes in at a nice price point. This is breakfast blend right here, premium roast. I get this at Aldi. Comes in at a really nice price point. Yeah, this is really very good, and it's a fair trade coffee. Here's my last Keurig cup. I'm gonna have this for my refill, but there it is right there. Yeah, right there. There it is. Fair trade certified breakfast blend, medium roast. Yeah, very flavorful. Yeah, a really nice cup of coffee for not a lot of money. Hang on, let me get one more sip. Boy, this is good. Yeah, so if you have an Aldi in your neighborhood, check it out. This is really good. I like this a lot. Once again, their breakfast blend. Yeah, fair trade coffee. Really flavorful, nice price point. And we're using our Lake Erie coffee mug. Yeah, right here. That's right. I'm in Northeast Ohio on the shores of Lake Erie. Well, I don't live directly on the lake, but you know what I mean. The lake is probably, maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes away, something like that. Maybe even shorter depending on the direction I go in. But yeah, this is August 3rd, 2026. We're in the last hurrah of summer. That's why we've got the Lake Erie coffee mug. Still plenty of time left in summer for sun and fun on the lake or any body of water that happens to be near your hometown. And that's why we're using Lake Erie coffee mug this morning. Hang on 1 minute. I got this at Geneva on the lake. 1 minute. Hang on. One more sip. That is really good. And as we like to say on the show, a good hot coffee, a trusty mug. Let the caffeine go to work, gentlemen. Yeah, absolutely. And hey, if you're taking me along on your morning commute, thanks very much for the lift. We really do appreciate that. If you're listening to the audio podcast this morning, thanks very much for tuning in via all those great streaming platforms out there, like Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, YouTube Music, that sort of thing. Thanks very much. Let me put this down over here. Boy, that's a good cup of coffee. Let's get over to the notes and my topics here, and we'll let you know what's on today's show. Great to be with you. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. All right, what do we got going on here? Hey, we got a viewer shaving tip this morning from Mike Williams. A little more discussion on using two razors versus an adjustable razor, that sort of thing. We have two great shave den visits this morning, courtesy of Jim from Northfield and Andrew Witt. Gentlemen, thank you very much. We got the usual round of reminders. Let's see. Oh, hey, we're going to remind you of that meetup taking place this week, Lathered. It's an expo. Stay tuned for that. We're going to remind you of that. We got some great refill comments, some new wet shave gear to share with you this morning, and some terrific questions and comments to kind of wrap up the show. Great to be with you this morning. Thanks so much for tuning in. Again, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. Let's get the show kicked off like we do every week with a viewer morning shaving tip. Well, this morning's shaving tip comes from viewer Mike Williams. And Mike writes, "Hi Mark, first of all, thanks for everything you do. The show makes my Monday drive to work actually enjoyable." Mike, thanks very much for taking me along on your morning commute. I really do appreciate that. He continues here, "I apologize for not remembering exactly who made the original tip on using two razors for a shave. That would be Jason Rochester." Jason, thanks again for that shaving tip. Then another viewer commented with changing plates on a Rockwell 6S or 6C. I believe that was Bart Buzz, if I recall correctly, Bart Buzz. Well, I'm not saying either of those techniques are wrong, but I just know myself, and there is no way I'm messing around in the middle of a shave trying to change blades and plates. I am positive I'd be leaking, laugh out loud. What I do is just use an adjustable razor. My two favorite shavers are the Rockwell T2 and the Parker variant open comb. So I basically do the same thing as these guys, but I just do pass number 1 with the higher setting, then dial it down for pass 2. Anyway, no right or wrong. That's just how I do it. Take care. And that's from Mike Williams, screen name Mike on Film on YouTube. Mike, that's a great shaving tip. Again, this kind of lines up with our discussion on two razors. Again, Jason Rochester was discussing how he uses two razors for a shave. Pass number 1 is the more aggressive razor. I think it was a Mule R41. And pass number 2 is a milder razor. I think that was the Merkur 34C. And Bart Buzz said, you can change plates on the Rockwell 6S or 6C. And Mike is just reminding us that's why adjustable razors are so wonderful, because all you have to do is just adjust this collar right here, and you can open up the blade gap or close the blade gap a little bit and fine tune your shave. So if you want something with a little more growl, just open up that blade gap at a higher setting, and then for pass number 2, turn it down to a lower setting and you'll get a milder shave. So I think it's a great shave tip, and it's a great reminder for everyone out there that if you don't want to use two razors or switch plates on a Rockwell 6S, get a nice adjustable razor like this Rockwell T2. It really is a terrific adjustable razor. And the one thing that I really like about the Rockwell T2 is that once you put the blade in there and close the doors, you continue to crank that down, and boy, those doors are locked in place. It's not going anywhere, and you can adjust up and down to your heart's content. Really, really terrific adjustable razor, the Rockwell T2. And don't forget, because we're going to be talking about it later on in the show, the Vikings Blade Meiji adjustable razor. Boy, this is another great razor, adjustable razor that'll fit into your shave den if you want to do shaves where the first pass is a little more aggressive and the second pass is a little milder. The Vikings Blade Meiji. Stay tuned. We're going to be talking about it a little more later on in the show. So, Mike, thanks very much for that shaving tip. Really do appreciate it. And to say thank you for you and only you, an original signed George sketch. So please, email me your snail mail address to mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and I will send this to you post haste. And if you out there would like an original signed George sketch, just send me a shaving tip. Send that shaving tip to mondaymailbag@gmail.com. And if I use your shaving tip here on the Viewer Morning Shaving Tips segment of the Monday Morning Mailbag, you too will receive an original signed George sketch. So Mike, thanks for a great shaving tip and a great reminder. Really do appreciate it. Oh, and we received this from viewer Thomas Engel. He received his original signed George sketch, and he writes, Mark, I finally got it hung up. Had to order the frame online. It looks great, and I thank you very much. And again, that's from viewer Tom Engel. Tom, I am so very honored that you framed George and are displaying him in your shave den. Thank you very, very much. It looks absolutely wonderful. Tom, thanks again very much. Okay, it's time for a shave den visit.
Grab your favorite shave soap, whip it up, rich and creamy, fill your cup. Boom, lather. Hot towel ready, face feels prime. A classic shave, so smooth, so fine. 30 degrees, a light touch. Let the razor do the work, no need to rush. Shave like a pro, close and neat. A shave so smooth it can't be beat. Slap on your favorite splash, feel that glow. Shave complete, now you're ready to go. Oh, boom, shave complete, you're ready to go.
Well, this morning we have two shave den visits for you, and they come courtesy of viewer James Gazda, Jim from Northfield, and also viewer Andrew Witt. First up, Jim from Northfield, he writes, "Hey Mark, I just wanted to share a photo of these wonderful leaf razors. The one on the left is the original leaf 3-blade pivot razor, and the one on the right is a leaf twig thorn. Both are in brand new condition and in the color I wanted. I purchased both off eBay for just $80 plus shipping. It was a deal I couldn't pass on. The Leaf 3-blade is no longer in production, so I figured I had better get one now. If you come across the 3-blade, get it while you can. You never know. It may be worth something down the road. Thanks." And that's from Jim from Northfield. Jim, some great acquisitions for your shave den, and those leaf razors are wonderful. We happen to have a leaf 3-blade razor. This came to the channel courtesy of viewer Aaron Watson. Aaron, thank you again very, very much. Now, I don't use all 3 blades in it. It's a little too much. I've learned to use 2 blades, either 2 blades on the top 2 trays, or 2 blades on the bottom 2 trays, because it has these little trays here. I was looking for the word, trays. See these trays? They open up like that. See that? And then that's where you put your single edge blade, okay? And you just lock everything down, and you go ahead and shave. And it's kind of like a cartridge safety razor kind of a thing, and the head pivots, as Jim from Northfield mentioned. Yeah, it's a terrific, terrific razor, but 3 blades for me is a little too much with the Leaf 3-blade. So I use 2 blades. Now, I'm talking about using it for head shaves. That's why I kind of keep it at 2 blades, because as you know, if I use a cartridge razor for a head shave, I like to use 3 blades or less. It works really, really well. Again, either top 2 trays or bottom 2 trays, that works really, really well. And Bill and Connie Murphy very, very kindly sent to the channel the leaf twig right here. We have a leaf twig. And this is a terrific razor. And you can see how that opens up. And it kind of moves out of the way like that. And then you could put your single edge blade in there and then tighten it down. Yeah. Okay. Come on, get down there. Okay. Don't make a liar out of me. Come on, perform. There you go. Okay. All right. Yeah. It's a terrific, terrific razor. It's very, very good. It's very, very smooth. And yeah, every once in a while. Okay. Every once in a blue moon, it does that. Okay. I think some other viewers have mentioned that. And sometimes you got to coax it just a little bit. Ah, there it goes. Yeah, I didn't have to coax it that time. Once in a blue moon, it does that. And then it just, yeah, tightens down like that. Really terrific, terrific razor. Yeah, thanks again to Bill and Connie Murphy for the Leaf razors. And Jim, congratulations on getting them. And you're right, this 3-blade is going to be a collector's item. So, hey, you know what? If you want one, look for them before the price starts to skyrocket. So a big thank you to Aaron Watson and also Bill and Connie Murphy. And I believe the thorn is the more aggressive version of the twig. I think that's what is going on there. Correct me if I'm wrong, folks. Comment below and let me know. I think the twig is the milder version and the thorn is the more aggressive version. Hey, Jim, congratulations on some great, great razors for your shave den. Thanks very much for sharing that. Really do appreciate it. Now, this shave den visit comes from viewer Andrew Witt. And the reason why we're sharing it with you this morning is because it's a terrific follow-up on the Shave Den visit that we shared with you last week from Franklin H. Alden Jr., an amazing attic find. Yeah, it was a Wilkinson Sword 7-day razor. And Andrew followed up with some great information from his Shave Den where he has this razor. And he writes, Mark, I saw the part on this week's 3MB, July 26, 3MB, regarding the Wilkinson Sword Empire 7-day razor set. I own 2 of these sets and they are great. Information I have states that the Wilkinson Sword Empire razor set was made between 1929 and 1938 and from 1946 to 1950. The 2 I have are from the 1930s. Apparently, Wilkinson Sword made these types of wedge-style multi-day razors as far back as 1906. There were other manufacturers such as Camp Brothers. Well, that's pronounced Camp Brothers, K-A-M-P-F-E. There were other manufacturers such as Camp Brothers who started these types of razor sets in the late 19th century. Here are a couple photos of my Wilkinson Sword Empire set and my Camp Brother set that use the wedge blade. Have a great week. Wow, Andrew, thank you so much for that wonderful history on the Wilkinson Sword Empire 7-day razor set, as well as the Camp Brothers razor set. That is really, really something. So I guess the question now to Franklin Alden Jr. is, what date or what period of time do you think yours is, Franklin? Is it turn of the century, turn of the last century? Is it the 1930s? Is it the late 1940s into 1950s? Really would be interested in learning how you can find a date code, or when you can find when that was manufactured, maybe by how it looks, or maybe there's something there in the design that changed from, decade to decade, that sort of thing. But that is terrific. A great addition to your shave den, Andrew. Well, you've had it for a number of years, but it's great to have in your shave den. And Andrew loves shaving with it. They're great razors. So that's marvelous, Andrew. Thank you so much for sharing that with us this morning and as part of your shave den. And a big thank you again to Jim from Northfield for sharing his shave den and some wonderful finds for his shave den this morning. Gentlemen, thanks again very much. Well, here's your reminder to check out shavesplash.com. This is a website that was created by viewer Lee Meyer. If you happen to have a shave soap, but you don't have an aftershave splash for it, well, shavesplash.com is a scent matching website. So you'll be able to find a complimentary aftershave scent that will go with that shaving soap. Really terrific. And they also have some great articles and features up there. So check it out. We'll have the link below, shavesplash.com, from viewer Lee Meyer. Well, the channel now has auto dub technology courtesy of Google and YouTube. And as the name suggests, it will automatically translate this audio from English into Italian, German, Portuguese, Spanish, or French. Pretty amazing. Simply click on the gear in the lower right of the video screen. A menu will pop up, and there you can select the language that you wish to hear the audio in: Italian, German, Portuguese, Spanish, or French. It translates it from English to any of those languages in real time, on the fly. Pretty amazing. Auto dub. Check it out. Well, here's your weekly reminder that the Monday Morning Mailbag is also available as a podcast. Simply get up to your favorite streaming service and search for Monday Morning Mailbag and more, Monday Morning Mailbag and more, and the Monday Morning Mailbag podcast, as well as our other podcast, Second Cup, will come right up. Both of those podcasts are available on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, YouTube, and now iHeartRadio. Well, we want to remind you about an event taking place this August 9th in Box of Moonlight, Brooklyn, New York City, from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. It's called Lathered, and a big thank you to Bill Murphy for the heads up on this one. Bill, thank you very much. And as they write here, what is Lathered? Lathered is the first event of its kind to serve as an intersection of indie perfumery and traditional grooming. We will be hosting 15 independent vendors of indie fragrance houses and wet shaving artisans for the public to explore and shop. Lathered is a free admission expo. How about that? And as they write here, we truly want to celebrate the community and give people the space to connect with others who share similar passions. Enjoy complimentary wine, cheese, and hors d'oeuvres, as well as a raffle. Our special guest, Italian barber Danielle Malou, will be traveling from Rome, Italy, to offer traditional straight razor shaves. How about that? So check it out. We'll have a link to it below. Lathered, I believe this is being sponsored by Ariana and Evans. Wow, this sounds wonderful. Lathered, this August 9th from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m., Box of Moonlight, Brooklyn, New York City. We'll have the link below. And again, a big thank you to Bill Murphy for the heads up on Lathered. We'll have the link below. Give it a look. Well, what do you know? Coffee's getting low, that time of the show. Let's go back for a refill. Well, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. I hope you went back for a refill. I sure did. Hang on. Let me get another sip. Yeah, that is terrific. My last Keurig cup in that mug of Aldi breakfast blend. This is terrific. If you have a neighborhood Aldi, check this one out. Nice price point, nice flavorful coffee. And again, not a lot of money. You get a great cup of coffee out of your Keurig machine with the breakfast blend from Aldi. I like it a lot. And I have an Aldi probably maybe, 5-10 minutes away? Not 10 minutes, maybe 5-6 minutes away, something like that. So I will pick this up every now and again. But I've got those Kirkland Summit Roast Keurig cups that I got to go through yet. So I got a lot of those. But once I get low on those, I'll probably pick up some more breakfast blends. So it's empty. I've got the last Keurig cup here in my Lake Erie coffee mug. We picked this up at Geneva on the Lake, and it's a reminder we're in the home stretch of summer. A lot of summer left for summer fun on Lake Erie and other bodies of water. That sort of thing. A lot of summer fun period. Baseball, swimming, sailing, fishing, whatever. Yard work. A lot of you guys out there I know love to do yard work. I see some of these on social media where guys just love to get behind their lawnmower and, get their hedge clippers and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's great summer fun too for a lot of folks out there. So, whatever turns you on for summer fun, I would say go for it. Hang on, one more sip. And also, our official coffee coaster of the Monday Morning Mailbag from soapspoon.com and Andy Kaiser right here. This is terrific. And check out soapspoon.com, a terrific little item to have in your shave den for scooping out all kinds of shave soaps and shaving creams. Okay, one more sip. Boy, this is really good. Really, really good. Now, is it healthy? Hey, if you're interested in knowing if the coffee you're drinking is healthy, check out the Black Coffee Life, Mantic 59's website, where he talks about all the health benefits of drinking black coffee. And also check out the Lockhorns. Someday we'll look back on this and quickly change the subject. A terrific hardcover collection of great Lockhorns cartoons. And you know what? Even though we're in August, we still have enough year left where you can take advantage of the Lockhorns 2026 Laugh-A-Day calendar. Check out both of those by my good friends Bunny Host and John Reiner, and we'll have the Amazon links below. Okay, one more sip. Boy, this is good. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. A great morning to have a wonderful cup of coffee. Hang on. That is terrific. Now, I got some comments to kick off refill that were left in the comments entry section of the last giveaway, a summer of vintage Gillette shaving. And since that giveaway is complete, all the prizes have been distributed, I now feel that I can share these comments without being accused of favoritism. I was afraid that if I read these comments before everything was given away and one of these individuals should win, people might go, hey, wait a minute. Everything's been given away. And I had these comments kind of tucked away so that after a summer of vintage Gillette shaving giveaway was closed out, we could share these comments with you. Again, these were left in the comment entry section of that giveaway. This comes from Assimilated Trekkie. And he writes, this is a fantastic giveaway. I have recently ditched the 5-blade razors and started with safety razors, only 2 weeks in on this, and can already see the appeal of these over cartridges. My first video view of yours was watching you sample soaps, and you had me when I saw you using Tabak, an old classic my dad used to use, and since watching your video, I now use Tabak soap, shave oil, cologne, aftershave, deodorant block, and antiperspirant. Thanks for a great channel. Very happy to subscribe. Assimilated Trekkie, thanks very much for subscribing. Thanks very much for viewing, and thanks very much for those kind words and that wonderful comment. Really, really do appreciate that. This came from Jim from Northfield regarding one of the razors we gave away that vintage 1950s, which was really a 1960s Gillette Super Speed. And Jim said, "Hey, Mark, beautiful giveaway. FYI, not that it matters, but the Super Speed is a 1960s model. I can tell by the twist to open knob. That was extremely generous of Mr. Anonymous to donate. Best of luck to all." That's from Jim from Northfield. Jim, thanks very much for pointing that out. We did check the date code, and it was like, I can't remember. It was a 1960s model, but 1950s, 1960s, it's in that ballpark. But yeah, thanks for the clarification on that, because we wanted to make sure that we clarified that when the prize was awarded. So Jim, thanks again very, very much for that. This came from Herb V3W. Hi, I just found you for the first time. I like the way you presented each razor with their descriptions and close-ups. I've been using a modern DE razor for a couple of years now, and occasionally a straight razor. These vintage razors look great. I would be truly honored if I would win one. Now I'm eager to look at your other videos. Thank you for this presentation. Herb V3W, thanks very much for tuning in. Thanks very much for subscribing to the channel. Really do appreciate that. We have other giveaways coming up, so stay tuned. This came from Professor Frog, PhD. I've always found it quite novel to use a razor more than triple my age. I have a Gillette Fatboy F2 and I'm 20 years old. They really do not make them like they used to. Thank you so much to the people that make this possible, especially Mr. Anonymous. Yeah, and the F2 was manufactured in 1960, specifically the second quarter of 1960. So Professor Frog, PhD, you have got a wonderful vintage razor. Wow, that is really, really terrific. Wow, and you're 20 years old. Wow, you got a great wet shaving journey ahead of you. Thanks for the comment, thanks for tuning in, and thanks for subscribing to the channel. Really do appreciate that. This comes from G. Joseph. This was an email he sent, and he writes, tonight's 2 shaves might be interesting or not for the Monday Morning Mailbag. And he writes, 2 shaves in tonight's session, head and then face. This falls in line with our discussion in a previous Monday Morning Mailbag. If you are a head shaver as well as a face shaver, do you do your head and face shave together? Do you break it up during the day? That sort of thing. Anyhow, he continues here. The topic of shaving head and face in one session or separate sessions has been brought to the Monday Morning Mailbag. Here is a report on my consecutive ones done tonight. Wash the scalp and face using Pear's glycerin soap. Soak the boar brush in soft water at least 1 hour. Estimated took 1/4 teaspoon of Ariana Evans cream and ultimately added 6.6 millimeters of soft water. Now this is his head shave. Head lather, Gillette Sensor Excel cartridge, 2 passes, and a recheck and a retouch pass. Remove the clogs. Excellent shave, skin excitement, but not irritation. The face shave, I use the remaining lather with a King C Gillette razor with a Tatara blade to make its use number 7. So this is the number 7 use of a Tatara blade in his King C Gillette razor. Not fully enough for 2 passes. I could not in practice here achieve a face lathering, but I finished the 2 passes regardless. Moderate clogging, good shave, light or very light irritation, but 1 cut. Vanulay aftershave balm for both face and head. How I rate my shaves? Excellent, very good, good, and fair. Typical cream, Ariana Evans, quantity for head shaves, 1/4 of a teaspoon. Typical queen quantity for face, not completely sure, but between 5 30-seconds and 7 30-seconds of a teaspoon. Wow, you've got this down to a science, Gary. That is amazing. Folks, rewind that if you want to know the exact formula for what Gary G. Joseph here is doing for a head shave and a face shave. He's doing them back-to-back at the same time and taking advantage of all that great lather. Gary, thanks very much for sharing that with all the viewers. Really do appreciate that. Jason NYC, NYC 2006 writes, Mark Zarady, another great 3MB show. I love how the audience members contribute so much great information on so many topics. You're truly a great conductor of knowledge. The love and passion you have for the 3MB show, my brother, God bless you. Wow, thank you very much for that, Jason. And again, all the viewers out there make this show and make this channel possible. I would not be able to do this if it were not for all the wonderful viewers and all their wonderful contributions. No doubt about it. A conductor, I guess you could probably say that to a certain extent, but really the viewers make the show. So I'll pass along your thanks to all of them. And again, thank you so much for the kind words. Jason, NYC 2006. This comes from Mr. Thomas Engel. Good morning, Mark. Once again, I am shocked to hear my name on your show. Thank you so very much. Well, 3 times. There you go. Or maybe it was, is this the 3rd time? Yeah, probably the 3rd time. She said, once again, I'm assuming that was number 2. Well, here's number 3 then. Great to hear from you, Tom. Thanks again very, very much. Hey, Beth Jones checked in. Good morning, Mark. Parker Flight All Brass Razor looks amazing. Have a great rest of the week. P.S. Texas has great smoked brisket. Yes, they do. And some of the great smoked brisket and barbecue brisket is at Buc-ee's, from what folks have been telling me. And I've seen some videos where people have reviewed the new Dayton Buc-ee's in Ohio, and that's what they go for. They go for that brisket. I think it's a brisket. Yeah, a barbecued brisket. Yeah. Texas is known for that, and so is Buc-ee's. Beth, thanks very, very much. And yeah, folks, we'll have a link below to the Parker Flight All Brass Razor. Really, really good looking razor. And again, a big thank you to Tim Whitcup for the heads up on that one. Tim, thanks again very, very much. 10 fluid ounces, 30 minutes writes, a main reason for a 2-razor shave instead of adjustable razors is the person already has more than one razor and does not want to specifically buy an adjustable razor. Not the only reason, though. Yeah, that makes sense. Some folks like economy and they're happy with the 2 razors, and they give that a go and it works for them. Your mileage may vary. Your face, your rules. That's what we like to say on the show. And again, whoever coined that phrase, there's a viewer out there who coined that phrase, your face, your rules. I can't remember who it was. If it was you, please comment below. I'm going to have to make a note of it so I remember next time we use it. Your face, your rules. 10 fluid ounces, 30 minutes. Thanks very much. This comes from Charles Price, 3426. In regards to that 7-day razor, send the strop to Matt Pisarcik at Razor Emporium. You would be shocked at how leather can be saved. Also, anyone who hones straight razors or the old Rolls razors should be able to hone those blades, as they are simply straight razors cut down to fit the frame of the handle. Charles, thank you so very, very much for all that great information. So that goes out to Franklin Alden Jr., because he was the one that shared that razor as part of a Shave Den visit last week. And of course, we had the update again this week from Andrew Witt. Great information, Charles. Thank you again very, very much. Hey, Roderick McLeod checked in. Regarding the slant twist, I'd say that true slant is a good way to describe the Alpha Ecliptic. It definitely seems to have less twist along the length of the blade edge. One of the ways the Alpha Ecliptic stands out from other slants is that it's got a left-hand side and a right-hand side, meaning that they're mirror images of each other. This is very helpful on different sides of the face where growth patterns can mirror each other. Most other slants will have both edges being left or right-handed. Flip them around and it's the same edge profile on both sides. Roderick, thanks very much for that information. We were talking about the Alpha Ecliptic razor from Phoenix Shaving. I called it a true slant because it doesn't twist the blade in the razor head like some slants do. It's a slant. It's actually, the razor head actually is a slant, and the blade stays straight in there, but it's slanted. Yeah, it's a great, great shaver. Great razor, delivers a great, great shave. So Roderick, thanks for all the information on the Alpha Ecliptic and being right hand, left hand, mirroring each other. That's really, really very, very helpful. And I'm going to be aware next time I shave with it. Roderick, thanks again very, very much. 10 fluid ounces, 30 minutes. Checked in one more time. I agree with the questions about that bar soap from the hotel. What soap? It's identity. Yes. We had a great comment last week about from a viewer, and I can't remember who, my apologies, but he said that when he was on the road at a hotel, he grabbed the bar soap and he was able to whip up a lather, and he said it was wonderful. And yeah, we'd like to know what soap that was, what hotel that was. That would be very, very helpful. So please, log back in, comment again, and let us know the hotel and the bar soap. We're going to keep an eye on this one and share that with everyone once we get the answer. 10 fluid ounces, 30 minutes. I agree. We need to know its identity. This comes from WLO Enterprises. This is Wayne from WLO Enterprises. Hi, Mark. Thanks for the help and sorry for leaving out that critical piece of information. I use the smooth side, which seems to be less aggressive, on about a 4, and the scalp side, I have to turn it down to 3. Hope this helps with the diagnosis, and have a great week. P.S. I read your reply and the response from Vikings Blade. I'll make these changes and follow up. Thanks again. This is in regards to this beautiful Vikings Blade Meiji razor. Wayne was having a little trouble navigating it, and we'll have more information on this razor a little later on the show, so stay tuned. But it's a marvelous, marvelous adjustable razor. And Wayne, I hope that information from Vikings Blade helps you. And hope you get some great, great shaves with it, because a lot of viewers have this razor and they tell me that it just delivers great, great shaves. So Wayne, looking forward to hearing from you and your experiences with the Vikings Blade Emperor Meiji adjustable razor. This comes from Bruno Urbanavicius. Greetings from Brazil. How about that, Bruno? Thanks so much for checking in from Brazil. Really do appreciate that. Greetings from Brazil, Mark. About issues with the Vikings Blade Emperor Meiji razor. In the box of my razor, there is a notice about how to deal with the occasional misalignment at her base plate. I did have one serious cut in the mustache area while shaving with the Emperor Meiji, but I can't blame the machine for that, preferring instead to attribute the accident to a combination of momentary distraction and a lack of expertise in shaving with double-edged safety razors. Only about 2 years ago, I started to abandon cartridge razors in favor of double-edged razors. Thanks. Bruno, thanks very much for the feedback on that. And yeah, there is some muscle memory that has to be developed over time, and it'll come with time, with experience, with doing additional shaves, that sort of thing. Yeah, maybe a little bit of operator error. I don't know. It's happened to me with a number of razors. I'm kind of shaving along. Maybe I'm going a little too quickly. Maybe I'm not paying attention. Maybe I'm not in the moment. Maybe I get distracted and I turn my head a little bit and there's that blade edge and it just goes this way, right across, and ooh, man, just nicked myself. Yeah, it happens, but that's why we have styptic pencils and other great little devices to, seal up those little nicks and cuts, alum blocks, that sort of thing. So I'm glad to hear that you're enjoying your Emperor Meiji razor, Bruno. That's absolutely wonderful to hear. And thank you so much for checking in all the way from Brazil. And that wraps up this week's refill segment. My thanks to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some new wet shaving gear. Well, in a previous Monday Morning Mailbag, a viewer named Wayne of WLO Enterprises sent along a comment regarding his Emperor Meiji adjustable razor by Vikings Blade, saying he was having a little bit of difficulty using it. And we sent his comments along to Robert and everyone at Vikings Blade, and they very, very kindly sent a very prompt answer, which we then forwarded to Wayne. And in my discussion with the folks at Vikings Blade, they said, hey, you know what? You have the Emperor Meiji razor, and they very kindly and generously sent that to the channel back in 2019. So we've had it since 2019. Here it is right here. We've been showing it to you today. And I've had this since 2019, and it just delivers great, great shaves. And Robert of Vikings Blade said, hey, you know what? We'll be happy to send you a newer model so you can compare the two. And that's what they did very, very kindly. Now, let me show you a little bit of the packaging right here. This is the original packaging from the 2019 version right here, the artwork. Yeah, there it is. Vikings Blade Meiji edition. Huh? Isn't that great? Restore the art of wet shaving. Huh? The Emperor Adjustable Razor, the Meiji. Yeah, really, really terrific. Now, the newer packaging features the actual product on it right there, which is very fitting. This way you can look at the package and know what's inside, especially if you have a large collection of razors. Now, again, here is my original. I'm going to hold it in my right hand here. This is the original, and it came in this box right here with some information. Also came with some mild razor blades from Vikings Blade. Well, here is the 2026 version right here, and it's identical with maybe one slight variation, but it's identical. Same weight, 4.3 ounces on my scale for each of these razors. And it's the same great case. And again, here is the information card right here. Again, here are the blades that come with it right here, the Vikings Blade mild razor blades. There they are, right there. Platinum coated stainless steel, mild for non-coarse hair. All right. And here is the razor in the case right here. I'm going to show this to you. It's identical with one slight variation. Okay, I'm going to put this down. That's in my left hand. That's the new one. Okay, and we'll hold this one in my right hand. Here's the difference. Here is the numbers right there on the 2019 version right there. Okay, there are the numbers. Okay, and we'll show you the numbers on the 2026 version. There it is right there, see? A slight variation. There's the adjustment arrow there, just under 4.5, right there. So there's a slight variation there. And of course, this looks brand new. The color's a little bit brighter, that sort of thing. This one right here, since 2019, we've been using it. But I had a chance to shave with the 2026 version right here in my left hand. And again, you can tell because of the numbers there. Okay. And the shave was identical. The shave was absolutely identical. I didn't have, no nicks, no cuts, no irritation. I shaved with it twice. I used a Vikings Blade mild razor blade, okay, right here, because they sent 50 mild DE razor blades. And we are going to be giving away some of these in upcoming giveaways. We'll go in there and we'll grab 5 or 10 for giveaways. And they also sent along 50 of the Cayenne Hot DE razor blades right there, medium to coarse here, right? They sent 50 of those along, and we're going to be breaking those up and, putting 5 or 10 or whatever into giveaway packages down the road. But shave with a mild razor blade, had a great shave with it. Really, really terrific. And I didn't detect any difference between my 2019 model and the 2026 model. Same weight, same look, same feel. I would say maybe, perhaps, maybe when I got to setting 5 on this, because I did use it at setting 5, 4, and 3. I think maybe setting 5 on the 2026 model might be just a hair more aggressive than the 2019 model. Maybe yes, maybe no, but I got a great shave with it. And I shaved with it twice, and for each shave, I used their wonderful Vikings Blade Sandalwood and Cedar shaving cream. Right there. Restore the art of wet shaving since 1985. Sandalwood and Cedar non-lather shaving cream. An exotic, slick, and refreshing vintage formula. And I love the scent of this, and I love the performance. And yes, it's a non-lathering shaving cream. Very similar to the Viking Revolution Spiced Vanilla Shave Cream that we reviewed on the channel and David Dart was talking about. This is this is in that ballpark. I love this stuff. Let me put it that way. I love this stuff. This is a top shelf, super slick shaving cream. You whip it up with a brush. You paint it on, okay? You get this really, really thin, slick coating that really the razor just glides across your skin and you get such a close shave. Again, if you're expecting a thick Santa beard kind of lather, this is not it. And for those of you out there who really enjoy the Santa beard kind of lather, this might not be in your wheelhouse, but I love this. It's a great change of pace, especially on hot summer days when I'm doing a cold water shave. For some reason, this is great. You know, the nice thin slick coating, cold water shave, the Meiji razor. Yeah, it's marvelous. It was wonderful. So I just wanted to report to you that the shave between these two razors, identical. And again, this is the 2026 model right there. And you can see how beautiful and shiny it is. Looks great, right? Isn't that great? Yeah, absolutely wonderful. 2026 model here in my left hand and the 2019 model here in my right hand. Same weight, same size, same everything. Maybe just a hair more aggressive at setting 5 on the 2026 model. But you know what? Hard to say. I really can't say that with 100% certainty. But no nicks, no cuts, no irritation. Got a great shave with the newer 2026 model. The shave was identical to the 2019 model. I really, really love this razor. It is just absolutely terrific. Now, David Dart shared the following with us right here. He said, Mark, good morning, sir. Another great 3MB this morning. I really like the Gillette Slim you have. Now, that's this one right here he's talking about right here. The finish you chose looks amazing. After watching it, I went back and watched it again and figured the color is similar to my Vikings blade Meiji razor. Unfortunately, the Meiji tends to get overlooked simply because I have many great razors, but you have inspired me to use it for my next shave in a few days. Have a great day. And that's from David Dart. Yeah, yes, kind of similar, isn't it? Yeah, very similar. The color scheme is kind of similar. And this is exactly why I had this Slim gun coated in this theme, because I love this color scheme or color theme right here on the Emperor Meiji razor. It just looks awesome. It's just a wonderful, wonderful razor. So that's why this Slim was gun coated in this color scheme, because yes, it reminds me of my Emperor Meiji razor. So the Slim gun coat selection was inspired by my color scheme, color theme on the Meiji razor. And David, you picked up on that, and that's exactly why I had the Slim coated in this theme, because I love this theme here on the Meiji razor. Absolutely marvelous. And again, you can see from the numbers right there, this is the 2026 model in my left hand. Here is the 2019 model in my right hand. Identical shaves, great shaves with both of these razors. Really, really like it a lot. So Wayne, I hope that helps you in navigating your Meiji Emperor razor. And we also heard from Bruno earlier. And yes, there is a method to reset the base plate every once in a while, every once in a blue moon. And they discuss it on the Vikings Blade website. We will link that video below so you can check it out. And yeah, it's a terrific, terrific razor. Once again, 2026 here. Here, I'll show you again, 2026. There it is right there. 2026 model here in my left hand, 2019 model in my right hand, the Emperor Meiji razor. It is a wonderful adjustable razor. And for folks out there that don't want to use two razors for your shave, check out the Meiji adjustable razor. It adjusts from 1 to 9. I don't use it above level 5 because that's more than enough for me. So 5 and below, and it delivers a great, great shave. My thanks to Wayne for his comments regarding the Emperor Meiji razor that got this whole discussion started. And a big thank you to Robert and everyone at Vikings Blade for very kindly and generously sending both of these razors to the channel, as well as the shaving cream and the razor blades. Robert and everyone at Vikings Blade, thank you so much for your wonderful support of the channel and the Monday Morning Mailbag. Folks, we'll have a link below to the Vikings Blade Emperor Meiji adjustable razor. Give it a look. Oh, one more thing I forgot to mention. I am going to be doing a full review of the 2026 Vikings Blade Emperor Meiji adjustable razor, so stay tuned. Now, recently on Second Cup, we heard from viewer Dan Stife, and he acquired a brand new razor for head shaving, specifically designed for head shaving, body shaving, that sort of thing, by the folks at Razorock. It's called the Razorock Smile Razor. And the way the blade sits in the razor head, it forms a smile, but it allows you to shave the contours of your head, your arms, your legs, your body a little more closely and efficiently. It's a sort of a prototype razor that they were selling. They might continue to develop it, or this might be the end of the run, but check back at Razorock. We'll have a link below because you never know. They might bring it back based on demand. It looks like an amazing razor. And Dan sent along the following review. And he says, I hadn't seen that it was sold out. When I ordered mine, it was delayed in shipping a bit because of the limited amount of these prototypes they seem to be making. My short review is below. I've been shaving my head with a leaf razor for a handful of years now and have been happy with the results. Every few months, I get the urge to try to shave my head with a DE razor, but always end up back at the leaf, although admittedly, I don't always give a DE razor a fair shake. So, my most recent quarterly foray into trying a DE razor for my head coincided with me hearing about this Smile razor from Razorock. Several members of Badger and Blade have spoken very highly of it, so I thought I would give it a try. The idea of the Smile design is that the blade has a curve, one side is curved, the other flat, to it that helps to provide better coverage on a large curved surface, such as a head or other parts of the body. It isn't all that dissimilar to the idea behind Remington's electric head shaver that also has a curved blade design. One other feature that will benefit shavers is the fixed geometry of the razor head, a la the Henson razor. This makes it easy to find and maintain the correct angle no matter where you use it. I ordered the standard edition of the Smile razor. There is also one that is supposed to be more aggressive. The razor gave me a very comfortable 2-pass shave that are pretty close, but not quite as good as I am able to get with my leaf razor. At least for now, I'm still practicing. The mildness of the razor and that steep fixed angle made it so I had little to no worry as I steered it around my head at just about every angle you can think of. Hopefully, after a few more shaves, I'll have it dialed in to where at the minimum this can become my travel razor, so I don't have to bring 2 razors with me in order to clean up the tight spots that the leaf can have trouble getting to. And of course, we've been showing you his picture of the razor and the website pictures and that sort of thing. And wow, that is really, really neat. And I like the asymmetrical razor head of sorts where one side has that curved smile blade to it and the other side is straight. So yeah, you can use one side for a head shave and one side for a face shave. That's marvelous. That really is marvelous. And of course, the highlight here is that that curved blade side can be used for a head shave, shaving the arms, shaving the legs. So lady wet shavers will really enjoy this razor as well. All the information is on their product page. We'll link it below. They'll give you the whole history and development of this razor. Right now it's sold out. Hopefully they'll bring it back. They'll develop some more. They'll produce some more, and they'll put them on sale. And yeah, it sounds like a really, really terrific razor for shaving the head and also for shaving the face. Since we're talking about doing head shaves and face shaves at the same time, this razor fits that perfectly. So a big, big thank you once again to Dan Stife for very kindly giving us the heads up on the Razorock Smile Razor. We'll have the link below. Folks, give it a look. Hopefully they'll be for sale once again sometime down the road. Fingers crossed. Dan, thanks again very, very much. Well, this past Friday, we did a review of Lord Cool razor blades. Here they are right here. And these came to the channel courtesy of viewer Charles K. Charles, thank you again very, very much. Let's give you a close look of it. All right, there they are right there. Yeah, a close look of them. Right, Lord Cool super stainless blades. Yeah. Charles sent along 2 tucks. This is the unopened tuck. We have the open tuck in the shave den. And we got a wonderful shave with this razor blade. I can understand why viewers like them so much. Charles, thank you again very, very much for sending these along. These were wonderful. It's a great, great shave. And Charles also sent along some other razor blades, and I thought we'd share these with you, as well as some other blades from another viewer. Charles sent the additional razor blades in this Chanel box. How about that? Platinum, an EDP box. Isn't that great? Yeah, that's a really nice touch, Charles. Thank you very, very much. And here are some blades. If you haven't tried any of these, give them a try. These are all very, very good. These are wonderful. Treat Platinum. Those are great. Yeah, love these a lot. These are terrific. Thank you very much, Charles. These are also going to be included in upcoming giveaways. Parker blades. Right there. Parker safety razor. 5 stainless steel blades, premium platinum. How about that? Yeah, boy, these are good too. These have some nice edge to them. Here we have Bic chrome platinum blades. Yeah, these are terrific. I think I've used these before, and these are nice. These are really nice. If you've used the Bic chrome platinum blades, please comment below and let us know. Boy, here's another one that's really, really nice. Rapira. Platinum Luxe. We like these a lot. These are terrific. Yeah. And again, these will be included in upcoming giveaways. Shark blades. These are the chrome blades right here. Actually, Shark super chrome blades. Yeah, these are terrific. We like them a lot. They also make a Shark. It's not a plated blade. It's a super stainless steel blade, but these chrome blades, these are really, really good. Really, really good. And of course, these are wonderful Gillette Platinum blades right here. Gillette Platinum. Yeah. These are terrific. Yeah. So these will be included in an upcoming giveaway. Charles, thank you very, very much. We also heard from Abene Samant. And he writes, hi, Mark, I hope you're doing well. Now, he sent this a while back, and we've kind of set it aside. And this was a good opportunity to share some of these blades. There's one or two here. I think at least one. I think 2 that I've not heard of. Hi, Mark. Hope you are doing well. I just thought I would send you an assortment of blades I've come across. I enjoy them all, especially the RK Ultraman. What a name. He also said that he likes the Willys blades as well. All the best. And that's Abene Samant right there. Well, we'll show you the Willys blades. We have used these before. And I think Jimmy V sent us some of these. And I can't remember. If it was you, please comment below and let me thank you publicly, correctly. I should have made notes and failed to do that. But we like these a lot. These are terrific. He sent along a couple of tucks of these. I've seen these before. I don't think I've ever used them. Winner by Gillette, platinum coated blades. 10 plus 1, I guess you get 11 blades here. And we've got a couple of tucks of those. Gonna have to try these. Yeah, those are really, really terrific. Here's what he talked about here. RK Ultraman. I've not heard of these before. RK Ultraman, new and improved, super platinum. That sounds marvelous. I like the mustache under the letter U there. He sent along a couple of tucks of those. And here we have, I'm not sure how to pronounce this. I don't think I've ever used this one. And I'm going to review this. I'm going to review the RK Ultraman. I'm also going to review the winner. And then the extras I think we're going to include in upcoming giveaways. This one is called Statum or Statum. I think it's Statum. Statum Platinum Chrome Sputtered Blades. Platinum Chrome. Japanese Steel. UK Tech. Yeah, so that's a look at some of the razor blades that came into the Shave Den. Again, the majority of these are going to be included in upcoming giveaways. My thanks to Charles K for that. Some of the blades from Abene we're going to try. Some of the extra tucks we're going to put into giveaways as well, so you can try them out should you win. So my thanks to Charles K and Abene Samant for very kindly and generously sending along to the channel these wonderful, wonderful razor blades. They're terrific. Some are new to us. So if you have experience with any of the blades we've just shown you, please comment below and let us know. Once again, Charles K and Abene, thanks very much, gentlemen. Really do appreciate it. And that wraps up this week's look at new wet shaving gear. My thanks to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some of these questions and comments. Well, we received this email from viewer David Trinks, and he asks a very good question. And he writes, "Hi, Mark. The term traditional wet shaving is used by virtually everyone who shaves using the prescribed methods. What, in your estimation, would be considered non-traditional wet shaving? Just wondering, it's one of the things I ponder." And that's from David Trinks. I emailed him back this answer, and this is in my humble opinion, and we'll throw it out to all the viewers out there. Maybe you could also add to this, or maybe I'm completely wrong. I don't know. This is my answer to David. David, in my humble opinion, non-traditional wet shaving is a cartridge razor with a can of shaving cream. Slap on the cream with your hand, no brush, no bowl, etc. Use the multi-bladed razor to shave. There's no prep or pre-shave routine. There's no real care or concern for skin health, in my opinion. It's just a slap it on, shave it off kind of routine. I'd imagine the lubricating strips and other gimmicks that cartridge razors promote are meant to take the place of pre-shave prep. They might take the place of pre-shave prep, but they are not equivalent. Again, this is all in my humble opinion, and it's a great question, and I'll put it out to the viewers out there. What, in your opinion, is non-traditional wet shaving? What are the differences between the traditional wet shave and non-traditional wet shaving? Comment below and let us know. David, a really, really terrific question, and one that I think is going to generate a lot of great discussion. David, thanks again very, very much. We also got this from viewer David Trinks, and it's a great little rule in how to tell the difference between a Fatboy and a Slim if you don't have them side by side. Because I talked about this particular Slim razor here. I bought it on Facebook Marketplace, and the owner claimed that it was a Fatboy. And I can't remember from the photos whether a Slim or a Fatboy was pictured, but because I didn't see them side by side, I couldn't tell the difference. Anyhow, when I received it, it was a Slim. And I said, "Hey, it's a Slim." And he wrote back and said, "Well, they told me it was a Fatboy." Well, okay. I sent it to North Shore Razors, and they did this beautiful gun coat on it. And I just happened to relate the story that because they're not side by side, because a Slim and a Fatboy aren't side by side, I couldn't tell the difference. So David Trinks sent this along. Mark, the tip-off for distinguishing the Fatboy from the Slim is the adjustment knob. The Fatboy has 3 vertical lines, while the Slim has boxes. Let's show that to you right now. I have got my Slim, my James Bond Slim right here, and we're going to show you that to you right there, and you can see right there, the boxes. See the boxes there on the adjustment collar? Let me focus in there. Right there. See that? The boxes. Okay, yeah. That's how you know it's a Slim. Here's a Fatboy. This was sent to the channel by viewer Jim from Northfield, James Gosla. Jim, thank you very, very much. Okay, so here's the Fatboy. There are the 3 vertical lines right there. See that? That's how you tell the difference. Wow. David, thank you very, very much for that, because I usually have to see them side by side like this to tell which is which. Now all I have to do is look at the adjustment collar. So there's a little trick for distinguishing one from the other. Look at the adjustment collar. The Slim has boxes. The Fatboy has 3 vertical lines. He goes on to say here, the price of both on the secondary market is climbing. A poor condition Slim sells for $50 to $60 and a Fatboy $60 to $120. But if you look around, you can still find some bargains. I still think that Razor Emporium offers great value. If you wait for a sale, you know exactly what you're getting at a great price. Yeah, they have these beautiful Slim razors, Fatboy razors that have been tuned up, balanced out, replated, and at a really nice price point. So you don't have to do a lot of searching online, trying to find one, hoping that it's going to be okay when you receive it. It'll be perfect for you right out the door, replated, balanced and tuned and aligned and all that. So that is another great tip from viewer David Trinks. How to tell the difference between a Slim and a Fatboy, and check out the restored Slims and Fatboys at Razor Emporium, especially when they are on sale. David, thanks again very, very much. We received this email from viewer Roderick McLeod, and he writes, apropos of nothing, Mark, you've got to include this video of Maggard in next week's Monday Morning Mailbag. We're going to link it below. It's from their Facebook page. I'll let the video do all the talking. You've got to see this, especially if you've ever ordered anything from Maggard Razors. All will be revealed here. If you've received something a little extra in your shipment, this is the reason why. We'll link it below. Give it a look. Roderick, thanks very much for sending this along. Really do appreciate it. We got this update from viewer Tom Engel, and he writes about some things going on over at Badger and Blade. I've decided to get involved with 2 shaving events over at Badger and Blade on Sunday. I guess that would have been yesterday. On Sunday, they start the Shaving with Sharks week, tied into the Swimming with Shark TV shows. I had to buy some shark blades as I didn't have any. We have to shave every day with a shark blade and post our shark shave of the day. Kind of fun. Yeah, we were just talking about shark blades with a big thanks to viewer Charles K. How about that? He says here, my plan is to rotate through my razors and give them all a try. And yet another new one for me. They are having their annual Arco August shaving event. I had to buy 2 tubes of that also, but I have been meaning to try it. Once again, I'll be rotating blades and razors just to see how it goes. Nothing too serious. Hope all is well in Ohio, and that's from Tom Engel. Check out Badger and Blade for those shaving events if you want to participate. Tom, thanks again very, very much. Viewer David Trinks checked in one more time, and he writes, good tips, most of which you've mentioned. He sent along this link to a YouTube video titled 15 Vanished Barber Secrets That Keep You Sharp for Weeks and Every Man Over 50 Still Misses. We'll have that link below so you can check out that video and see what those barber secrets are. 15 of them. David, thanks very much for passing this along. Really do appreciate it. And that wraps up another Monday Morning Mailbag. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below. Let me know. Check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/MarkZerati, where you'll find all the Amazon listed products that I review in this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. I'll leave you with this laugh. Hey, we have another double take cartoon puzzle this week. Try to find the differences between the two cartoon panels. If you need more time, just pause the video, or try to find all the differences before time runs out. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. From the 3MB, where every shave tells a story, make it a great week.